Welcome all to episode 5 of season 3 of Fab Life with Lauren and Lee. Sorry, am I speaking in my brand new voiceover voice?
Oh my God, I think you might be.
Not that I didn't mention it last week.
Would that be, what kind of advert would that be for?
Well, we used to do that, didn't we? We used to do the, we called it the FM game.
Yeah.
And so it'd be like... I'm just looking at a remote control over there. Remote control FM. If you want your remote control powered to your TV, then you need remote control FM. Terms and conditions apply. Must masturbate, but fuck it.
I feel
hard.
like that's the Fab Life. Oh my God, challenge. You know, like if we're ever going to trend on TikTok.
The initiation.
Yeah, because we do love to still. Sometimes I do it to myself. Like if I'm on a long walk, I'm like, terms and conditions apply. Must be over 18. Always has to be a paid musician before. Fuck. I nearly had it though then.
Nearly.
You have to go lower, I think, because if you're shouting, it's quite hard to keep that thing. You're looking at the hole in my top, aren't you? For the
Yes,
listeners,
I am.
I've got a fucking hole in my top.
Oh, she got a fucking hole in her top, guys. And no, I was laughing because lovely John's back. Our lovely
Hey,
producer,
John.
John. He's back this week. We didn't scare him off. And he said, sadly, I haven't got my sewing kit with me. And I thought, imagine if you just got the producer to start sewing your... I'd think this has gone to your head.
This when we turn into real divas.
Yeah.
I know, and I've only got my wee tote bag with me today, so I've not got. It's got caught on
Little
some of
tote bag. It's not a tote bag she uses to pierce him.
That's how
And
desperate I get.
we it was funny actually talking of sewing kits that we someone in the audience apparently had their sewing kit removed from their handbag before they went in. Like they get back.
If it had like weapons, yeah.
And the security guard was like, "What's this?" Little old lady, "It's my sewing kit."
I was doing some sewing on the train down.
We were like, "We don't care, Ethel. It could be used for anything.
Well, I get it back at the end.
You might stab Janet Street Porter in the eye. We're taking this off you."
Have you ever done that though when you go abroad and you've really got hand luggage, but you've got some scissors in your bag or something?
Yeah, or your toothbrush starts vibrating. Oh, that's just my Oral-B.
Oral-B, honestly, it's really good. Dentists recommend it. Hate those adverts.
I love Oral-B. It's my favourite.
Do you?
Yeah, 100%. I don't have any other toothpaste other than
Oh,
Oral-B.
me neither.
Swear by it.
You know, me and Freddie in marriage share a lot of things, but toothpaste, we don't. I buy my own.
And what does he like?
He'll just buy any old shite stuff.
What?
I know, and it
So why
kills
doesn't
me.
he just buy Oral-B if he knows you like it?
I don't know.
What a stupid waste of
I think
money.
it's because I've always bought it. Because you get it like 2 for $5, although probably not now because he lives.
It's probably £5.50.
Yeah, it probably is 2 for $6 more.
God. Or if you've got a club card, it's probably $3,000 if you've not, and £1 if you
They're
have.
making that shit up, aren't
It's terrible. They're forcing people to have these club cards.
they? I know, we've got one.
I love it.
We've not got a Tesco. We've not got a Tesco near us, though, so we've been burned a few times because we don't go into one unless we're somewhere else.
Oh, God, you really have been burned.
Honestly, times are tough. But yeah, we don't share toothpaste, so I always buy my own, and then he feels bad using it, so he buys like Colgate or something.
But why doesn't he just buy what you buy?
I know, I don't know why we just don't.
Really strange.
I think it's because it's like one of those things where it's quite expensive.
So he doesn't want to buy the Oral-B.
So he's like, oh, I'll let that be your like luxury
Oh, right. So
item.
if it's on offer, he might be like, guess what I've come back with?
Yeah.
Oral-B.
But he won't.
Right,
No.
okay.
Nay.
Well,
Toothpaste corner.
let us know how you get on with that.
I will. It's the best though. Honestly, we should get a promo code for it because me
It
and
is
you've
the
always
best.
used it, haven't
Well, you
we?
remember when I was a brand ambassador for them?
Oh my God. And did you get free toothpaste?
Did I?
That's
Free
really good.
toothpaste, free toothbrushes, free white strips.
Oh my God. Those
Loved
were the
it.
days.
Yeah, those were the days. It was when I worked for the American Family Home at the
Oh, yeah, I
Olympics
remember this.
2012.
And then you all got done for nicking stuff.
No, I don't think that was the time.
Or was it another room and they were like, we're going to have to start doing bag checks? Or
Yeah. Like I think it was something, I can't remember what it was, like Pantene V or something. It was quite big stuff.
Yeah.
Because we got given, as part of the Oral-B team, we got given like the toothbrushes.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
And then
You
the
got to know the
toothpaste.
product if you're going to be chatting
Of course you
on about
have. But what we did do during the 2012 Olympics, this was great. So it was grueling hours. I hated it. And
was really long.
it was like 14-hour days. And we were in the American family home. So
Weren't you in Vinopolis?
Yes, yeah, the wine museum. God may it rest. I loved that place.
I know, it was so good. We threw an event in there in one of my old jobs. It was my first one as well. And I did it there and I was like, everyone loved it. And it was the last event they ever had there. Oh my God, I'm coughing.
So we were doing these 14-hour shifts. And what would happen is the Olympians would come in, mostly the American Olympians. And so they'd come in. And anyway, to start with, you had these lanyards and everyone would swap badges. So we had badges.
Oh,
we
it'd
had
be like, great to meet you guys.
But no, they'd have like badge kind of trades.
Oh, right, yeah.
So anyway, I was like, oh my God, grow up, pathetic, badges. What are these Pokemon cards?
Oh, the pin badges.
By the third day, I was like, what badges you got? Come on, let's trade. But what would happen is the Olympians would come in and I'd be like, chat to them. I'd be like, listen, Ryan Lochte, I remember, he was a swimmer, quite famous American swimmer. I was like, listen, Ryan.
Right.
You got any badges, special badges? And he was like,
I need a hit, man. I need a hit.
and he was like, actually, and I remember he opened this bag
And it
of
was
like
full.
rare badges that they got given as part of like, so they were like proper rares. It was like a shiny Blastoise if it was a Pokemon. It was proper rare.
Blastoise.
And so then I had some like, this happened to a few Olympians. I had the chat. So I had then like, so I'd be like, what badges do you want? Anyway, the end of the Olympics, about 4 years later, I thought, I'm going to put all my badges on eBay. I've got about 500 quid for them all.
No.
Yeah, they're rare. They're collectibles.
I could do a Finding My. What did I didn't have many badges because I wasn't arsed like you, and I kind of stayed at that level. And then there was a meeting point because I was on the Olympic Park where I was working, and that's where the badge people would meet like once a day, and they would all come and
do
swap.
trades.
Oh God, and they had them all everywhere. And a guy gave me one. He gave me at the Atlanta '96. It was a really I just
Yeah,
liked
I
it.
had a few of them.
And I
had
picked
one
that
with
I
like a
it.
film strip or something.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that was my favourite. I didn't want to give that away.
Oh, did you keep it?
No, I sold them all.
No, I sold it. Sold my soul.
Money speaks.
Needed to pay my rent. So, yeah.
Well, how did your event go?
Well...
Oh. Are you okay? You having a stroke?
Yeah. It went really well, thanks. Yeah.
well. You okay? She just went, well. And then if you watched on YouTube, it looked like there were people on YouTube then and on podcast thinking, oh, it's disconnected. The podcast is dead air.
I'm so stressed out from it. It's not ended yet, so it ends tomorrow.
Oh, okay. So we could talk about it
so
next
I'm like,
week. We'll talk about it
I'm like, have I done well? It's been so busy that I can't quite.
Yes, okay. So all a bit
fathom. But I've got staff helping me, so that's really nice.
Okay, lovely. Yeah.
So they're doing all the selling while I'm cutting new bits of cake and stuff.
Lovely. Well, we will catch up on that next week.
Yes, I'll try and do a reel and all that good shit from all the content I've got.
Yes, yeah. But we thought this week we'd talk, because we mentioned last week about dream guests, and we've done dream dinner party guests before, haven't we? But we thought, since you're prepping all the time, like
that's
you're
all I've been doing, yeah.
Food. I'm on a fitness plan, as I said, still monitoring my food left, right, and centre. So I thought, what if we were to have a dinner party, like, which I don't often do. I try and avoid it at all costs. I'd have people around for cocktails.
That's why we thought it'd be a good topic, yeah, because I think me and you are very much like, we can whip up a cheeky cocktail from what we've got.
So. What would you make though for your dinner party if you were going to have a dinner party? I mean, dinner parties are very much these kind of like what is it like, you know, if you have a gorgeous kitchen and you've got a nice cottage in the Cotswolds and people come round, it'd be absolutely divine. But, you know, I don't at the minute. One day I hope to host lavish dinner parties.
So do you not have a dining table?
Yeah, I
or
have
you
a dining
do, but it's
table.
in your kitchen. It's
yeah. But like, I'd like it to be grand.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So I'd have someone over maybe for dinner. But if let's say you've met a couple of couples, so there's 6 of you in total.
Yeah, couple of couples.
And you have decided that you're going to throw a dinner party. What would you make?
Well, I've just remembered this.
If you were on Come Dine With Me.
What a sad little life, Jane.
Dear Lord, you won, Jane. I hope you're happy. Dear Lord, what a sad little life, Jane.
Where is he now? Because people must have tried to track him down, but I bet because he must
I bet
know
he's in hiding.
Yeah, because he's like insta-famous. They got the guy from You to read it out on Radio 1. And he was like, is this real? Is this scripted? And he's like, no, this is from a real reality
You
show.
ruined my night completely so you could have the money, and I hope it makes you very happy.
He's disgusting, isn't he?
He was really angry.
And then someone actually recently, speaking of come down with me, sent me the guy puts the whole whisk in his mouth and he's like, oh, I'm just going to try that. And said it was Adam. And he said, I imagine this is how you try taste your thingy. And I was like, I have got a big mouth, so wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah.
We love a come down with me meme.
Shout out to all the come down with me memes.
Shout out to all the memes I'm going to share after this. Well, recently we've done, well, not in COVID, but we've done a little Easter dinner soiree at the cottage. But the weather has to be good because we're the same. It is a party flat, even though it's really small, but more like canopy vibes. But at Easter, it's normally quite warm, so we take the little fence off. So we've got, just for the listeners, I've got a little garden, but it's got a little fence there, so we have to just take it off. It's meant to be for the whole house, but it's just in front of our front door. And we take the big table outside, and we've got a glow-in-the-dark Virgin Mary, which is quite funny. We get that out, because she's waiting for her son to come home, isn't she?
Yeah, yes.
Just silly things like that, And we make
and it glows in the dark.
And it glows in the dark. That's really fun. And the blossoms normally out by then. That's really fun. But I tell you what,
sounds really fun.
Oh, so fun! Shout out to the fun times. We made an Easter pie.
Oh, what's that?
It's spinach with feta, I do believe. Oh no, is it cheddar? It's like a crumbly cheese, and it's and with egg wash, and then it's boiled eggs. It sounds so random, and it's an Italian traditional Easter dish.
Right, and is it nice?
Yeah, it's lovely. And then we make like roast potatoes and gravy to go with it.
Wow,
so good. But I'll tell you another thing. Actually, that's just an Easter dish that I would make. You're just like, what the fuck are you talking about? There's another one which is a Russian dish. And it's pastry again. And
I'm hooked already.
I know, I'm hooked already. And it's like you cook all this like rice and veggies. You're a dick. And then salmon on the top and boiled eggs again. And then it's a pastry. Sounds disgusting, but it's so good. And there's like loads of dill and parsley in it.
Right.
Can't remember the name of it. I'll put the recipe on the Instagram. So I know you're all gasping to know.
I know, Jesus, salivating listening to those Russian and Easter pies with boiled eggs on top.
Oh, I love a boiled egg though, do you not?
I wouldn't say I love one.
It's like my, like motif, I would say. Like if I have a packed lunch, that's the one thing I get out, the repetitive motif every lunchtime.
Oh,
little
really?
Boiled egg.
No, you can't have a boiled egg in a sealed box because once you open that box...
Oh, it's pure fat. And you've got a time where you open your egg.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can't just be doing it in front of anyone willy-nilly.
What do you mean open your egg?
Like if you've got an egg in a salad or or just by itself, you got to open that Tupperware, away from 5 feet away at least.
Yeah, totally.
Because everyone's like, oh.
It's just because it all kind of comes out at once, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's very farty. But yeah, so I would say that they've gone down well. That and like a veggie lasagna. I like it like a tray.
So that would
bake.
be your main, but what would your starter be?
I quite like a canape.
A canapé.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've done before.
So little picky bits to start with. Yeah.
One thing I like is parsnip chips with a mustard mayo.
Because you're vegetarian, aren't
you?
Yeah.
So good. Love those little boys. Yeah, and you just chop them all up, put them in a bit of honey. Well, you roast them in honey. So
yes, nice. Yeah.
Really, really good. What else do I like? Oh, I also like those little, cos lettuce leaves, and then you put like a little Caesar dressing and a crouton in it.
Oh.
They're just like little lettuce bites.
Wow.
I know. They're like a little vol au vent as well.
Yes. You're turning into Nigella.
I know.
The microwave.
Microwave. I don't use enough words. She has so many like adjectives. Just like every other word's an adjective, isn't it?
So, and then what about for dessert? For desert.
For dessert. I mean, people are always like, what are you going to do? You make cakes for a living. And I'm like, yeah, but I can't be asked. No
No,
offense,
I bet
guys.
it's taking the joy out of it.
Yeah.
I was
Eat and mess. Just do eat and mess all the way.
Well, I love an eat and mess as
Something
well.
with cream on for me.
Yeah, and to be honest, sometimes you don't need a big dessert.
Nah, it's nice and light. I just add booze to the fruit. So if it's like winter, this is always what I do. If you're having like people around for winter and you want to do a little dessert, you don't have to make the meringue either.
She's just talking about topping up my glass, adding booze to the fruit.
You're adding booze to the fruit, honest. And then you just simmer it down. A bit of cassis in your fruit makes a nice, and a bit of icing sugar.
Nice.
Makes a nice, not puree, what's the word? Jus. Like, you know, like a, it's got another word and I can't think of it.
Right.
I'm salivating. It's lovely.
Well, I'm still thinking about the Russian pie.
That's what they'll be feeding Putin when he's in jail, if they catch him. That'll be his last meal. So
Russian pie.
delicious. It's probably not even like Russian and they're like, we don't eat this shit. What's this?
Yeah, why is it Russian? What makes it Russian?
Don't know.
It's
Just invented there, I guess.
Oh, right, yeah.
Maybe it's not.
Maybe not.
I'll show the recipe. It's really nice.
Well, not that you've asked, but I'm going to talk about mine.
Yeah, go on.
I like a prawn cocktail.
Oh, me too. Avo. Do you put avo in it or not? Controversial.
I don't know if I would if I was making it, but I wouldn't be averse to it being there,
Yeah, okay.
you know?
If it's in a restaurant, I'm going for that because you can't go wrong, can you?
Yeah, and also it feels light. It feels refreshing, you know? What about you, producer John? What would your ideal starter for a dinner party be?
I like a good old curry.
He likes a good... Oh, as a starter, he likes a curry.
Like a prawn curry. Could make a good prawn curry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like a mini curry for a starter. Yeah. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, I do like
Prawn. Yeah. But I love prawn. You know, Kate, my friend, is scared of prawns.
Oh, yeah. That's
Got a phobia of them.
It's probably got a name, that, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. Weird.
Freak.
Um,
What's your main going to be then?
well, I guess this is.
You've
to
got
make,
to cook it
isn't
though,
But
because this is why I want to ask you this, because we know you're more of eat for fuel kind of guy. You would say that you're not like a
I
big
eat to live. I
food.
don't live to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine you, putting something in the oven actually.
Wow. Let me tell you something. If you want to log on to a little unknown website called youtube.com and you enter in Lee Peart makes a beef Wellington
Oh yeah.
and you filter safe search, you will find me
Little
moi,
Lee.
for the first time making a beef Wellington. And let me tell you, I succeeded. So
wasn't too
I
gooey?
will say this. I don't particularly take any enjoyment out of cooking, but I was doing it as kind of like a thing. So I kind of forced myself to do it. So
Lockdown as well.
yeah. And I thought what I'll do is I will challenge myself. So I chose beef Wellington and I chose a raspberry soufflé.
I forgot about the dessert.
Both available to watch if you still like to head on over.
And they were both successful.
They were well, the beef Wellington was lovely, but it's so hard. I don't know how people even make a Sunday dinner. Because
It's the timing.
Like the timing.
Yeah, I know. You have a mad respect for like your mum and stuff, don't you, when you try to do it yourself? Because I'm like, how have you kept them potatoes hot, Sandra?
I know.
Oh, my peas are just they've gone mushy now.
I know. Sandra's hot potatoes and yours whole peas. Cold snaps.
Yeah, going through a cold snap. Yeah, don't know how they do it.
No. So anyway, so I don't know if I'd make that for dinner party because it would be just so
Too much.
so stressful.
Too much pressure.
So pressure. So a lasagna. I do love a lasagna.
This is what I like. Something that you can prep and then just pop in the oven when you're ready.
Exactly. Yeah. And then for dessert, something maybe like an eat and mess, but it would be quite good to go, oh, guys, I've just whipped up some soufflés.
My God, yeah.
Can you imagine?
How long do they bake for though? You'd have to pop them in when they're
I'd have to,
made.
well, this is if we're talking about like I'm in a massive kitchen, I've got 3 ovens.
Yeah. Sure.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, boom, 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 boom.
The future house. Yeah.
Or what you do is you just hire a catering company that would be in the outhouse. And then, like, they'd come in the dead of night, like, as a hood, as all your guests are in the drawing room. you know,
Getting murdered one at a time.
having Lauren's canapes,
Yeah.
I would bring in the catering company. I'd say, make a noise and you're fired. And then
It'll
just
be off with your head.
put it on the table and they'd be like, what's in this?
Even the way you've put
Yes.
you know, the leaf on top.
Even the logo, the catering company available for bookings. I mean, it's so
Oh
delicious.
God, I didn't know you'd got into business, Lee.
Yes, thank you. So yeah, but I'm all about more of the vibe. I kind of am getting into food a little bit more. I think I'm starting to enjoy it more, but it's more the vibe, the ambiance.
Yeah, the dinner party vibe.
Yeah, I'm not one to be like, ooh, food, yay.
Yeah, as long as you're all together.
Like I'm one to be like, this is delicious, but I'm not one to be like, ugh.
What would you...
I can't really stand it when people make food their personalities.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I'm like, what are you substituting for, guys?
What else have you got to talk about?
I know. Yeah, great. They do great potatoes, but whatever.
Yeah. I hate it when people use, you know, like, I do like to watch MasterChef because it is quite entertaining. But I have to Google some of the words sometimes. You know, and they're like, can you do a whatever? And it's like a technique. And I hate it when normal people use these words.
Right,
I can't
okay.
even think. Like sous vide is maybe one of them, but that's overused now, I would say.
Right.
But you know, like a technique or a veg that you've never heard of.
Yeah.
Like,
and they're almost like saying it to want you to go, oh, and you're like, oh, you're making out you know it.
yeah, and I'm like...
It's like when I
what
watch
that is.
Strictly, I go, that's a lovely flackle. But I don't know what it means.
Is it that ankle thing?
I don't know, but I'll just say it. I go, oh, it's a lovely flackle, that.
Yeah.
Don't know what flackle
And then
is,
people
but I
go-
say it to pretend that I know what I'm talking about.
Well, the people of the food world do that, and that puts my head in a bit.
Do you watch Celebrity MasterChef?
I haven't watched the last one.
No.
I'm more into the regular... I quite like the professionals one, because they have to do a task before. Have you seen that?
No, I've never seen an episode of MasterChef.
Have you not?
No.
Well, the professionals is really good because they're all like working chefs, and they come in. They go, "I want you to make us an Italian meringue with, you know, brown butter something and something else and whatever," and they just have to go, "Okay." And if they don't work in like pastry,
They won't know.
they've just got to like
That's
do
true
it.
chefness, isn't it? Because nowadays you just Google it.
Yeah,
It's a science.
yeah, exactly. Me and Freddie like to pause it, and then we'll go, right, what would you do?
Oh, God, it's rocking over at your house.
I know,
isn't it?
isn't it? Crazy in wintertime when MasterChef the professional.
What would you do? Pause it while I clear up this Russian pie. What would you do?
Just passes that boiled egg, would you? I'm gasping over here.
God. Just sat eating boiled eggs. Although I did have a boiled egg on the way here.
Yeah.
Boiled egg pot.
Oh my God, I do.
One of those
smell
minging
farts,
ones
though.
from like Waitrose.
There's
From the
always a bit of
Troes.
water in the bottom as well.
Yes,
then.
it's from the spinach. It's from the spinach.
But the spinach hasn't been cooked. That's what I don't get.
No, I know, but it's, you know...
It's very watery vegetable, isn't
yeah,
it?
I don't know.
Don't make me. It's because you're on your macros.
Ooh.
Counting them macros.
I am indeed. He says as he's drinking an alcoholic sparkling water.
Bit sparkling water. No calories in that.
But yeah, I'd like to do that. And I'd like to just... Yeah, I think I'd like a dinner party playlist on in the background.
Crucial.
Yeah, crucial. And then cocktails. But the trouble is, I mean, I've said this before, being able to make cocktails is worse than being able to cook, because at least if you're doing 3 courses, you only have to cook 3 times. But if you've got 8 people there and they all
Yeah.
want a different cocktail each time, you're fucked.
I know. And you're there all night. People don't, you can't just go, right, guys, we're switching to fizz now. We're switching to gin and tonics. 'Cause you're
Yeah.
like, oh, could we not just have another blah?
Yeah.
We did,
You have to batch them.
you have to batch them.
A pitcher of margarita.
Yeah. Tom Collins is a good one to batch, or French 75.
Mm,
For Easter, we also made a Corpse Reviver 2.
right.
Corpse Reviver, get it?
Oh, I see. Corpse Reviver for
Because that's a gin one.
Jesus.
Yeah, for old Jesus
okay.
coming back on Monday. But it's got a drop of absinthe.
What does the
in.
glow in the dark Bloody Mary,
Oh, that's another great one. That's
Virgin Mary? Think about that.
She's raging.
She is.
Yeah,
She
she's
glows
offended.
extra hard. She glows red.
Yeah, she's like, where's my son? Yeah, Corpse Reviver 2. Do that on your next.
What's in that?
It's gin, Cointreau, maybe lime juice, lemon or lime juice, sugar syrup, and it's got a dash of absinthe in the top. So it's like got that
Wow.
aniseed taste.
Maybe
It's
I'll
really,
pop that on my mailing list. 'Cause
it's really delicious.
if anyone doesn't know, I do a monthly mailing list, sleepyit.net/mailing-list, if you would like to sign up to
It's
it.
always a good read.
It is.
And you can just we've still got the little bottle of absinthe because you never use it. So you just get a miniature of it. And it's literally a tincture.
The green fairy.
The green fairy comes to visit you on Easter.
Mm.
But you can only have a couple of them because even a drop of absinthe, it's like, woo, hit you in the face. What I wanted to ask you was, what is the meal that you wouldn't admit that you have? Like, like your hangover meal, like what would you make for yourself that's a bit dirty? Do you know what I mean?
Well, I do love a ham and cheese sandwich, a packet sandwich, and my friends are like, this is so off-brand for you,
Yeah,
but I
packet
love
salad.
a packet sandwich from the supermarkets.
Yeah.
So I do love them, and I love celery and cheddar that they do at M&S.
Elite.
Yeah,
sandwich.
so nice. For hangover, what would I have? For hangover, it would probably be like cheese toasty, or because sometimes a burger is too much.
I just like plain salty stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so probably a cheese toasty, actually, I think. And I'd sprinkle a bit of salt on it, and I would put Liam Perrins on it.
Oh, do you have a toasty maker?
I don't have a toasty maker, but I have a grill thing. But I would just do it under the in the oven.
Yeah, I do mine in the skillet and then press it down.
Oh my god,
That's great to do. This is my dirty secret. But if you ever get a packaged sandwich, I like the cheese and onion or the cheese and celery. But it's on a whoopsie. So you're on your way home and you see a whoopsie sando, you're like, let's grab that.
A whoopsie sando. Right.
See that yellow sticker glowing at you?
Yeah,
Get
yeah,
in
yeah.
there.
Do you hang round? When I used to work at Tesco.
Oh no, and they hang
Do you know the fucking
round.
vultures on Snow
Yeah.
White as the witch is about to die and they're like circling round? It was like that. I used to,
Yeah.
because one time we used to call it job 14, I think it was, at Tesco. So you had the machine to reduce all the sandwiches.
Yeah,
I used
yeah.
to reduce the ones that were still in date, that were fresh, but I'd have them for like 10p. I'd be like, I'm having that for my break.
Yeah, put that aside.
Which is theft. Like, there's
not, you paid 10p.
There's no two ways of
a big
saying it.
reduction.
But people used to like hang around me. What you got in there? What's going down? And I'd be like, oh, I'd need to check. And because it used to annoy me. I'd be
Yeah.
like, get away.
I've seen it happen in Morrison's and they're like waiting by the aisle at like 7 o'clock. And I'm like,
But
guys,
then-
can I just reach over and get me feta, thanks?
But it's the government.
Yeah.
Like, this is what we've been
what you
reduced
gotta
to
get.
in life. Like,
Well-
it's not okay.
No, it's not. And do you know what? I'm doing a Too Good To Go, the app, where you get a magic bag. Because Morrison's does it, which is our nearest.
I literally don't understand a word
What I've
you've
just
just
said.
said.
So there's an app
It's too
called.
good to go where you get a magic bag.
You're like, you're on drugs. No, it's called Too Good To Go and it's an app. And then it sees where you are. It's like a map. And then it shows you what's around you. So it could be like Costa, Starbucks, or like
Oh, right.
bakeries, like whatever's near, or Morrison's is always on it. We've got beer on it before. Like, that's obviously like,
Oh, so it's like a bag of random shit.
yeah, and you pay like
That's
£4
going out of date.
tops. Yeah.
Wow.
But
I'd
Morrison's,
be excited. I'd be like, what's in my bag?
it is. It's like we've got a
It's
gambling
like a
addiction.
lottery, yeah.
Yeah. So we just do Morrison's. It's £3.19 for a Morrison's magic bag.
Oh my God.
And so, on Sunday we got 2 bags, and it was like mushrooms,
2 bags on a
salad.
Sunday. Wild.
I know, cray, right? But honestly, it's reduced our spending. So there's a small tip for people.
Well, that's another reason to shop at Morrison's, isn't it?
There is. Well, it's just near us actually, but
Not the magic bags.
not the magic bags. Yeah. So get a whoopsie. But if you do get a whoopsie sando, this is what I was going to say. I get it in the skillet.
Oh, yeah.
I'd save it, butter or mayo the outside, pop it on the skillet,
Wow.
press it down.
Yeah, I would like that.
Cheese toast it. That's like,
Yeah.
because I'm not going to eat that.
But I would never have a
40p
cheese
sandwich.
and onion sandwich.
They're not that oniony, the Sainsbury's ones.
And I would always say, like, a bylaw that I think I would create if I was, like, mayor of London, which I should be, is
One day.
no cheese and onion crisps on a public transport.
No.
No raw eggs on public
Yeah.
transport.
No oily fish.
No oily fish, and no, none of my ex-boyfriends. I just don't
In
want to
the-
see them.
Within the city walls. Get them out.
Yeah, in this country. You have them deported
Get them out.
within the city wall.
I once was on a bus a very early morning bus, and a boy behind me opened a bag of cheese and onion.
Oh, what time was it?
It was about 7:30.
No.
And I was like, you dirty scroll.
You
I was
fucking dirty bastard.
I know. And then it was like a can of Red Bull as well. I was like,
Oh.
you're a pig.
I couldn't have a can of Red Bull that early in the...
No.
It's like that monster drink.
Oh, I know. That smells like fuel, doesn't it?
Well, I don't know, but it's just so big and it's so like, monstrous. And it's like, I just don't know. I don't think I could put that in my body that early in the morning.
No.
My body would be like, what the hell is this? He says after he's like fucking drinking until 5 a.m. in the morning, but God forbid you pop a bit
Put
of
vodka
Monster
with
in
it. Put vodka with it. It's fine.
Yeah,
Oh.
Jaeger bombs, absolutely
I'm
fine.
here for it.
But Red Bull on its own?
How could you drink that? People drink the sugar-free one.
People have to. They don't like coffee.
Yeah, that's true. Just have a can of Coke. That's got caffeine in.
Lots of sugar.
Your mouth then. You're really granny. Lots of sugar. Lots of sugar in that.
Right, we've got to go. We've got to go. I think so, yeah. I think
Food app.
I can
Food
feel
app.
it. I can feel it.
Please DM us I want to know, not what you'd make for the dinner party, actually I want to know people's dirty hangover food.
Yes.
So not like what you'd order from a takeaway, but like the
What would
cheese
you-
toaster.
Yeah, if you opened the fridge, you were like, I don't have the strength to log on to Deliveroo or Just Eat.
What do you make? You know, you might have some cheese in or some pasta or something.
Yeah. Oh, if someone says tuna, which a lot of people would actually. And
I like tuna.
Oh, I'm adjacent to vomiting. I hate tuna.
I know. DM us tuna, all right. Yeah, let us know your dirty hangover food or like secret, you know.
Oh, just your dirty
cheat
secrets
meal.
in
Oh,
general.
just your dirty secrets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you dirty little bitches. We'd love to hear them.
And otherwise, yeah, just follow us at Fab Life Pod on Instagram. We're getting new followers over there, which we love to see. So the DMs are monitored and we love to hear from you. And search for Lee Peart on YouTube if you want to watch us as well.
We also have some guests coming up. I'm not
We
going to
do.
tease too much, but we've got some guests lined up that we're
Yeah, really exciting.
trying to confirm date-wise. So do stick around for that. We'll be chatting. Maybe they're our dream. Maybe it's AJ Adudu
Maybe it's AJ coming back. Oh
Yeah.
my God, we'd love that.
coming back.
I mean, like, coming back
dead.
into the episode.
That's a corpse reviver.
But a bum.
All right. Well, this has been episode 5 of your potentially favourite podcast. I always hate it when people say that. It's like, how do you know it's their favourite?
Yeah, egotistical.
But it is. Episode 5 of Fab Life.
With Lauren and Lee.
Cheers.